Hey friends, good morning from Mexico City. Today's a massive day because today marks the start of Mila and I's biggest adventure yet. Over the next 7 days, we have a lot to accomplish. We have to export Mila from Mexico, take a 10.5-hour flight to Spain, import Mila into the European Union, settle into an Airbnb in Madrid for 4 days, see Madrid, take a train to Barcelona, take a second train to the beach town where we'll be living for the next few months, and settle into our long-term accommodation.
You want to go to Spain? They probably got birds there. They definitely got birds in Spain.
Now today we start with the task of exporting Mila from Mexico. And like anytime we're moving countries, we start with the vet visit. Okay, Mila's vet just came. We have all the paperwork we need to export Mila from Mexico. First, we have our health certificate. This says that Mila has all her vaccinations, all of her medications, internal, external parasites, and is healthy to leave the country. Now this is her EU import doc. This says that I'm exporting her from Mexico and importing her into Spain, and provides all the necessary information that the government of the European Union needs to import her into the country. This is her Mexican export form. Now, this allows us to go to the export office here in Mexico City. They import all of this into the computer, and she will legally be allowed to leave Mexico. So we're gonna go get copies of everything and then head to the export office. Okay, so I went to the animal export office and apparently I can only do her paperwork at the airport. So I'm heading to the airport right now. The airport traffic wasn't too bad, luckily. So hopefully we can just get these documents done and get out because I hate this airport so much. I'm gonna show you why in a second. Do you guys see these little holes like in the ceiling? For whatever reason, they trigger my anxiety like nothing else. I feel like I'm in a hamster cage. And every time I come in this airport, it's just like,
I'm at the correct office though, so let's get this paperwork done.
Okay, 3 hours later, I'm done at the animal export office here at the airport. The next thing to export Mila from Mexico is 3 hours before our flight. I bring her back to the animal export office. They do an inspection, they sign off on her documents, and then we are good to fly. Well, it's been a pain in the butt to be here all afternoon. I'm really relieved because this is the large part of the process. If your export forms are okay and they deem your pet fit to travel, then like most of the battle is already won. Obviously, importing her into the EU might be a bit different, but usually if they let you on the plane, they're gonna let you in the country. So, a bit of a relief. Hello and good morning. It is Saturday, the big day, the day that we leave for Spain. I can't believe it. I feel like I've been talking about it, planning for months, and it is finally here. So our flight leaves at 10 p.m. We'll leave from our current accommodation about 6 p.m. because we've got to get to the airport 3 hours early. Traffic in Mexico City is always a mess. And it's about 10 a.m. now. So we've got about 8 hours to kill before we leave for our flight. Now, I have 2 Mila-related goals today. First, I want to get as much food in her before mid-afternoon as possible to ensure that I can pull her food and she's still got a full belly because it's going to be a long travel day. And 2, I want to keep her awake until we leave for the airport tonight. So she is so tired that she just sleeps the entire travel day and I don't have to worry about her being squirmy on the plane. So we're going to stay up, moving, and active till about 3 p.m. Usually, 3, Mila goes down for her like 3 to 5 hour daytime nap. But today, I'm gonna start packing and doing things in the room, showering, and just kind of making noise in the room with her. So that way, even if she is laying down, she's not necessarily sleeping. By 6, she hasn't really had any daytime rest, and she's like, Mom, I am tired, do whatever you want with me. That's my best case scenario, so then maybe I'll get an hour of sleep on the flight tonight and not be so worried about her. Right now, we're on our top patio. Mila's watching the birds, running around. We're gonna do this for a while, probably take her out in her leash. Again, just keep her up and moving so she doesn't sleep all day and she'll sleep all night. I guess night in Mexico, day in Spain. Truly time has no meaning on travel days.
Hey, you sleeping? You better not be sleeping. No eepies today. Bird watching only.
I feel like I'm giving Mila the best day of her life because all we're doing is like going out on her leash and watching the birds and playing. And I'm giving her like 100% of my attention, which to be fair, on a normal day, she gets a lot of attention, but usually I have work or social obligations or like something else. But today, my only focus is keeping her awake. So she's having a good time. Our big suitcase is out and Mila is hiding. Oh, no, she's not. She's staring at birds, totally unfazed.
I know you're so tired. Oh, Mila.
Okay, ready or not, it is time to start our 16-hour journey to Madrid.
How you doing?
She looks pretty chill in that little bag, to be honest, so maybe she'll end up liking it. I'm nervous. Let's go.
I'm not sure if you can see her in there or not, but we've been in the Uber for maybe 10 minutes and she's already totally knocked out. Ooh.
Okay, so we are through the animal export office. They didn't even do an inspection of Mila. All they did was scan for her microchip. The vet took a look at her and he's like, all right, gave me the paperwork and let me go.
She's doing good. She's just chilling.
I'm gonna go check our bag in, get through security, and then we will find a quiet place to settle in before our flight. Okay, guys, we are through security, but security was traumatizing. Let me tell you guys what happened. We get to security, they go, you have to take her harness off her. I go, it's plastic harness. Like, anyways, sure, take her harness off her. She's sitting on my shoulder like Ashley does. And like, you have to hold her out here in front of you. So Mila's squirming like insane. Obviously, I go through security. I get Mila, I feel bad because Mila's like traumatized. I get her back in her bag. And he's like, I have to check her. And I go, for what? Like, she's been checked. We went through export. You know, we just had a vet check her the other day. Like, she's been plenty checked. He goes, I have to check her. And I go, okay. And normally I tell people, she doesn't like to be touched. You know, please look at her, but please be careful because she will bite you. And I was like, all right. And I looked at Mila and I saw this guy put that glove on and I was like, get him. And she mauled the out of this guy. He was bleeding on his hand. I go, she okay? And he goes, yeah. I was like, all right. I was like, I think I strained my pec from holding her like this because again, she's going crazy and I'm just trying to like stabilize her. So that's not gonna be fun for a 10.5-hour flight. But we are through security. Our flight board's in an hour and feeling okay.
We are on the plane, obviously for takeoff and landing. She's gonna have to be in her bag, but she jumped into my arms, so I'm just gonna hold her until they tell me not to. We are on the ground in Madrid. Mila's still sleeping in my lap, where she's been most of the flight. She did amazing. I'm very tired. I am gonna get her through animal import and then I will get into more of how our flight went.
Okay, so I hold us away in a faraway family bathroom, hoping that I can just breathe for a second. Mila can be out of her bag. We can just have our first minute of peace in a lot of hours. Mila did amazing on the flight. She slept in my lap, slept in her bag, slept in my lap. I mean, maybe she meowed 3 times the entire flight. The only thing is she didn't use her litter box at all. She hasn't gone since like, I don't know, a lot of hours ago, but I brought it out twice during the flight and then she's got like the availability of it now. So if she needs to go, she can. She's got food out too, but she's not eaten quite yet. I'm exhausted. I'm really happy to be here. Importing her into Madrid was the easiest thing. Literally, I just gave them my paperwork, gave them my passport. They scanned our microchip. We were in the country in like 3 minutes, which is amazing. We have to wait an hour until we can get into our Airbnb. They won't let us until 6 because they had to clean. Their cleaning people couldn't come till later. It was a whole thing. So we've got a little bit of time at the airport here before we can head over. But I'm excited to get there and just like decompress, take a shower, brush my teeth, all those good things. But Mila did amazing, and I am so excited to explore this incredible city with her. Right? You doing some legs? You washing the plane off? Yeah. Hello and good morning, I guess, from Madrid. I am jet lagged. Mila is confused. I was hoping staying awake for the entire flight would put me on the time zone because we landed yesterday at 4 o'clock, got to our Airbnb about 6. I ate some dinner and absolutely passed out at 8 p.m. and I woke up at 1 a.m. and I've been kind of awake since then. Luckily, I took the entire week off so we could explore Madrid and get moved over to Barcelona. Here, why don't you go right here? And I was hoping to do some exploring today, but to be honest, I really don't feel good. I've got a pretty sore throat and bad headaches. So I think I'm just gonna rest, take it super easy today. Let Mila and I settle into the new time zone. She's just confused, God love her. She's like, why is it dark outside? Why are we not out playing? Why are we not out on my leash? I'm like, Mila, it is the night. Hey, you got jet lag? You gonna run up that ladder to the little attic area again? Hello and good morning from Madrid. Today we are taking the train over to Barcelona and heading up to the coast to settle into our long-term accommodation. And we've been in Madrid for about 3 days and it's been good, mostly rainy, and Mila and I are both struggling pretty heavy with jet lag, so we haven't done too much, but we're up, it's early, and we are ready to head to the beach. Mila? I know, we gotta go. We gotta go. You saw the bags? I know. Our train leaves at 10:05. No, it is almost 9 a.m. right now. Uber is 15 minutes away. And then it should take another 15, 20 minutes to get over to the train station, which puts us in at like 9:30, giving us 30 minutes before we depart, which I was hoping to have more time, but hopefully it won't take us too long at the train station. There wasn't anything online about like checking Mila in or paperwork or anything, so it should be fine, just get on the train. I don't know, it's my first train in Europe and it's Mila's first train ever, so I'm not entirely sure what to expect. I just really hope we don't miss our train.
Okay, we are at the train station. My Uber driver got us here with 30 minutes to spare. Didn't say anything about Mila. He said that's plenty of time. Let's hope he's right.
Just a little bit of chaos getting on the train. I got in the 7th coach and I'm in the number 2, but I left my bags in the further away one and just grabbed Mila and came up to the seat. Just getting my bags on the train was a shit show. So I hope I don't get trouble, but they said it would be fine, so I guess it's fine. We're on our seat, on time, and ready to go. I feel like overall train travel is just much easier on us both. Like, we don't have to be at the train station hours and hours before our train. Much wider on the train than it is on a plane. A lot cheaper, which helps. And Mila seems to be so much calmer than she is when we're on a flight because there's no change in altitude, there's no change in pressure. We're just kind of calmly moving. So I'm gonna take a page from Mila's book and take a nap. We'll see you guys in Barcelona. We are in Barcelona. Just taking a quick second outside because it's madness in that train station. I need to kind of regroup, figure out what the next train we need to get down the coast is, because you couldn't buy the tickets online, you have to buy them here. I need to get something to eat. We can get on the train. Mila did incredible in our first train, slept in her bag the whole time, no problems. My ears were popping pretty heavy, so I was feeding her a lot of churu, but overall, she's just in her bag. She's such a little traveler. Oh, it's really overwhelming in there. I do not recommend bringing a large suitcase and a small suitcase and trying to navigate around these bus stations. There's so many people. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. Let's get back in there and get down to the coast.
The R is where we're supposed to go because that's like the same logo as the ticket that I just bought. So we're gonna try there. I'm really confused because our destination is supposed to be Caldas de Estarac, and the train information people were like, no, you need to go on this different one. Looks like it's the same train. There to just walk outside and get a $60 Uber to Caldas is so high right now. But I can do that in Latin America. I can't do that in Europe every time.
Don't judge me. Like that, here we are in Caldas de Estarac. Admittedly, it's a few days later because I got here and slept for about 2 days. So feeling much better over the jet lag. I cannot believe how insane that week was. But on the same token, our travel went so smoothly. doing all the prep work, making sure my paperwork was correct, taking the time to go to the animal export office a few days early. It really helped expedite our process, not only when we were exporting Mila from Mexico, but bringing her into the European Union as well. And now Mila and I can just focus on having fun in Spain. We're gonna visit lots of different towns, see some stuff, and I'm so excited to share it all with you guys. Okay, I think that's all for this time. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you real soon. Say bye.